Go straight to questions.
What is it about Mark Sears that makes him so difficult to guard, and just this offense as a whole with the kind of the depth they have?
I didn't hear the first part of
Mark Sears, just what makes him so difficult to guard?
He's improved every year that he's been here. Hard to guard off the bounce. Weapons surround him. I think their style of play allows him to play with great leverage, both offensively and defensively. I think he plays with really good pace, not just necessarily the tempo they want to play at, but I think he has a really good feel for time, score, momentum. And he's a three-level scorer, and so does a really good job of getting fouled, does a great job of getting your defense into rotation. That's why his assist-to-turnover ratio is so high. But his OER individually is statistically it's the best of any guard in the league.
You're at 26 offensive rebounds, 49 total. Still lost by 25. Just how did Alabama overcome that defensively, the rebounding discrepancy?
Yeah, we have to be really good on the offensive glass. I think going into today, we were #1 in the country in offensive rebound percentage. I think the thing that hurt us today, going into today, we were #1 in defensive rebound percentage in the SEC. I think the thing that hurt us, I know that we shot more balls. Some of that is because of the offensive rebounds, but the thing that was not good for us is they offensive rebounded the ball really well. I think going into today, they were 3rd, and I thought that that would end up being the tension in the game relative to could we maybe gear the tempo down. They're going to shoot 50% of their balls from 3. They've been shooting 35 threes the last 5 games, but long shot, long rebound. Can we finish the possession with the defensive rebound? And today they had too many offensive rebounds for us to get the pace the way we wanted it. But also now you're giving multiple weapons opportunities to shoot more threes or shoot more layups, and that's what they did.
The red and the black in the back.
Coach, I was just going to ask you about Alabama's just offensive performance as a whole. They had several guys in double figures. I mean, I know Sam Walters had 11. He got into double figures late. And then, of course, Grant Nelson is with 9. But did they just spread you guys too thin with Reisel having a big second half?
Yeah, I think regardless of which player you name, I think their style of play, it doesn't change. Maybe a little bit when 23 plays, maybe a little bit when 10 plays. Maybe you could statistically see some differences. But the other 7 guys that play, that's how they're going to play. They're going to spread everybody thin. And then you have to make a decision. Are you going to guard the rim or guard the 3? Because you're not going to be able to guard both. And so they're going to play with multiple guys in double figures, whether it's today or some other day, different names. That's their style.
Front left, the Yankees cap.
You guys have been a little inconsistent this year with the three-point shooting. Feel like today you were getting the shots you wanted, or was Alabama kind of able to force you guys off the ball a bit?
Yeah, the last 2 games we've probably shot it better than we had the previous 9 games. We did not shoot the ball very well today. I don't necessarily know their strategy. I think they stay home on shooters maybe more than most. I know offensively they play Moneyball-esque, but I also think that their defense is somewhat wired to do the same. They want you to shoot wood 2s. They don't want to foul, and they don't want to give you 3s. I don't necessarily think that our 3s were bad. We didn't make many, but you would have to ask Coach on exactly what they were trying to do.
There we go. One right here, blue.
Coach, last week Auburn went down to Florida after Florida had a mini bye week, and Alabama just had their midweek bye week. Do you think that had any impact in today's game in the performance for both squads today?
Well, it's hard to know. There's not been enough data. I'm not sure when The last time in the SEC there were buys. I know in my tenure in the SEC, this is the first time. I don't know the math behind it. I think there's a certain window when teams begin to receive their bye, and whenever the window closes, I do think that the window is closed now. I think this was the last week that any team got a bye. I do think it's good. I think it's good for every team. Every team wants a bye. It's hard to predict. The bye came for us at a good time. We had a really rough week. I think this is 2 road games for the first time in conference play for us. Obviously 2 devastating losses in different respects. I don't necessarily think that it had a difference in the game. I think every coach, every player is thankful for a bye. It changes the rhythm, it changes the routine. You can kind of concentrate, do a little bit of self-scouting, some guys that are nicked up and banged up. So I think there's good stuff with that. But we've already had ours. They just got theirs, but I wouldn't necessarily think that that was part of it.
Let's finish in the back. Black jacket.
Coach, Wade Taylor is one of the best players and one of the best guards in the conference. He was held to 10 points. What did you see Alabama's defense been able to do in this game to be able to neutralize what he's capable of doing?
Yeah, he's a really good player, and we're very reliant on him. We're very reliant on Boots. And I think a lot of attention in the scouting report and ball screen coverages, a lot of it is focused on those guys. And that was, I don't think that that's atypical to who we were playing today. I think that's just kind of been the way that it's been on 4 and on Boots.
All right, that's a wrap. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.